Morning and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Tuesday, August 25th, 2015. Just going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Thank you for your patience with that. So right off the bat, I've got to say, holy moly. What a difference a week makes since our last video on last Thursday. So I'm pulling it out to the 5-year monthly chart on the Russell. And as we always mention here at Chart of the Day Cafe, the blue channel from 2014, which marked that area of consolidation in the Russell, and then the move up and out in the latter part of the year, 2014, and then the sideways price action in 2015. So after yesterday's huge monster move, wow, that was just incredible. Price landed right at the bottom of the blue channel going all the way back through 2014. I've noted this candle right here with all of the volume behind it. I put out a private video to just a few folks last Friday morning outlining the things that I was going to be keeping an eye on in the next few days. I'm happy to, it's a private video, but if you email me, I'd be happy to share it with you. Some of the things that I am keeping an eye on and will continue to monitor and keep an eye on. But basically what it comes down to is the commonality between the price action on all of the indexes as they relate to the China index. And when I say the China index, I refer to the FXI, which is the large cap big companies in China. So I'm going to just quickly summarize it here. This candle from last October was very important to the price action on the Russell, where it started the move that took the Russell to the top of the channel and out in February of 2015. So it's a very important candle. When candles like this form, very often you see these long wicks because it provides the propulsion and the energy and the thrust to get price moving up and out. It came in with volume. I'm going to show it to you on the S&P. See the long wick and the sloppy price action indicated. This is the same candle, October 2014, with the volume. So this is the S&P. This is the Dow, same candle, volume, thrust, big long wick. And FXI, this is what I was pointing out in my video. FXI, volume, wick, not such a great wick, but it started the move up and out of the channel in China in 2014. So the correlation between all of these markets is interesting and fascinating to me. It started the move up and out and the parabolic move higher, which resulted in a parabolic move lower. But I'm just wondering, and it's just me wondering, once the dust settles and the futures are way up this morning, I'm filming this at about 8:15 on Tuesday morning, the PBOC came out with an announcement overnight. They're lowering interest rates and reserve requirements in their banks over the weekend, and this was kind of a quiet thing that people, I didn't hear a lot about it, but what they're doing to me is very interesting. They're doing these measured moves and these measured announcements that I think might have significance down the road for the markets. For the first time ever, they loosened requirements for their pension funds to be invested in their markets. You might want to Google it and learn a little more. I'm not an economist, so I'm not going to expand on it or espouse on it because I'm not qualified, but essentially that's a whole lot more money that would be available to invest in their markets. Mike Cole's notes on it. So with the markets up this morning, I'm just wondering if this is the beginning of a move up and that thrust and that long wick on FXI that may result in a long wick and thrust up in the Russell and our indexes, pushing us out of this consolidation. all of this consolidation needs some sort of big catalyst to get it out of this sideways price range and action. And I am just wondering if China is going to be the supplier of that catalyst. So I will be watching price really carefully. This is the 5-year monthly again, to see if we get a really powerful candle and a thrust out of this sideways range and out and on this way. So that is what I am keeping an eye on. And again, if you want to email me at the email address is chartofthedaycafe@gmail.com. I will send you the longer video where I go into a lot more explanation on what I'm looking at with regards to all of these correlations and how they might affect our market, or the Russell and the TSX. So with that, I will leave you. It'll be an interesting rest of the week. Needless to say, we're not putting any charts out at Chart of the Day Cafe. We want to see price move up and out, ideally out of this wedge. So we'll see. Anything can happen. Maybe this is the beginning of something bigger to the downside, but I think the moves out of China are ones to watch and fairly significant. So with that, I will leave you for today and look forward to putting out another chart on Thursday. Thanks, guys. Have a good week.